Welcome back. In this section, we will talk about modules, available modules. Okay, modules, example or something. I can modules example.py. The reason, do you have any question? Okay, modules. Let's do some print 2 times 2. What's this? I mean, to the power of 2. Everybody know the value of this. It's 4, right? As you can see, it's 4. And print to the power of maybe I think 3 the power of 2. And everybody knows it's 4. I mean 9. That's good. Anyway, but how about the square root of 2 or the square root of 4? Actually, we can calculate also the square root of 4 by using 0.5. For the power of 0.5 actually means 2. Yeah, but there is a mathematical module. We can import math. So it's as you can see, a module. I import it. Import math. Now I am importing all the methods inside the math module. So to see, print, do you remember dir, and then math to see the available methods. Okay. Oh yeah, the different methods, as you can see. Oh yeah, all these methods, tau, tan, square root, sine, remainder, radian, pow, permutation, next after I don't know that, and the logarithm and different values. Okay, floor, yeah, factorial, as you can see. Okay, so we can import it like that. So for instance, if you want to use print math square root of 4, the square root of 4, everybody knows it, right? It's going to be 2. And print math square root of 2. Now it's difficult. It's 1.4 something. Let's see the square root. Well, I'm not getting it. Yes. How about floor? Print math dot floor. Floor is, for instance, 3.14. What is the round? When if you round, print round 3.14. What's the rounding? The fair rounding of 314.
3.
Yeah, it should be 3. Yeah, as you can see, it's 3. This one, floor, means actually lowering it down. And print math dot seal 3.14. What would be the ceiling of 3.14?
4.
4. It's unfair. It's a kind of unfair kind of rounding. But where is that? This. Okay. I think I have some extension I have included. This runner, I didn't like it. I have to remove some code runner and install, please, and reload. So it's yeah, it was not doing C class. So I just added some C+ and C related uninstall because it has been just annoying. Yeah, I think by now it should be okay. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, now it's good already. Great. I should have done this just a long time ago, but it's okay now. And as you can see, how about print mat dot power of this power to the power of 3. This is how you write it. And I'm expecting from this 8, as you can see, 8, yeah. And print mat dot pi, by the way, you can access the pi like this. Yeah, so there's quite a lot of mathematical operation you can do math, as you can see, and the dot, you can see the available, even this distance. I have never used the distance, but I have seen here distance. Where is, now let's see the factorial, for instance, factorial of the factorial of 5, is it 120 or something? Let's see, yeah, it's 120. Do you remember factorial means 5, for instance, 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. This is factorial means. Okay, good. So this is how you do. So import and then dot the method. But have you seen there's quite a repetition, math. We can reduce this. We can do it differently. I can do by, let's just keep this. Now let's do it differently. We can say from math import square root floor seal factorial power. What's the other we use? Pi, if we want. Yeah, this is, so we can import this. And now let's just make use this again. And now I can just select this and remove this, the dot mat, because, and now let's check the value again. Yeah, as you can see, it's working again. So which do you prefer, this way of this way of importing, or this way? If you import this way, you should say math dot and the method. But if you import it this way, right away, you can use the name square, square root, or floor, or ceiling, or factorial, or power. Which one do you prefer? I'm just asking you. You can use either, but it's preference. You tell me.
Well, it depends on the code, how clear you want to write it.
Mm-hmm.
But the modern way is to use the importing from version.
Yes. This one is more elegant. This one, more elegant. This one is a bit like verbose. You have to use math dot many times. And now this factorial seems very long, right? We can actually make it shorter as fact or F. That means now I'm renaming the factorial to F. So now this factorial is not anymore here. So I have to change it to, you tell me, F, to make it work. So let's see if it's working. Can I do the same for the others?
Yes.
Yes, it's also a seal, for instance, doesn't seem good for me, and I can say ceiling, to the ceiling or something, but I just want to just keep it like that. Now I'm just showing you how you can rename every of them. Okay, another way. Now let's just copy this and also show you a different way. Sometimes if you are so lazy and if you want to import all the available methods, what you can do, just start. Now you imported everything, but this is not good. Don't do this because you are importing everything. And now, have you seen this? Why this is not known? Because this allows you to import it as it is, not with a modification. Yep. Great. This is how you can import module. Now let's move on to custom module. Yeah.
Question. How do you know which functions are in a certain modules and how to find a module where is a kind of function I need?
Yeah.
Because that's the most problematic for me.
Yeah.
If I want to do something, where is a kind of dictionary of available modules and functions?
Yeah, we have used here, if you remember. So what you should do, first.
Yeah, that's for the internal functions and modules. But if someone else has programmed a kind of set of modules that we can use in a program.
Then you have to go to the code base and you have to see. Now we are coming to that. Okay, now I will show you that. Okay, now let's create our own custom modules, okay? And then I call them this functions.py. Just I call it functions because why I call it functions? It's going to populate different functions. Hey, Dave, make the square and n times, n to the power of 2. Is this function clear for you? Do you know what it does? Yeah. Okay, I know, but you should. So now def print full name. It should take first name and last name, and oh no, and it and it should return first name plus last name. Okay, now I want to have just another file somewhere. Maybe I call it main. This is the main py. You can call it any. And I want to import the functions. Import functions. As you can see, I'm by its name. Have you seen the name of this function is functions? So I am actually importing by its name. Where? Here. In the, so now let's see print functions. So what do we get if I print the functions? As you can see, I got it's the module and the module name is functions, and yeah, but this doesn't give me any help, so I have to use the dir. I love dir. So dir, and if I do the dir, oh yeah, the dir actually showed me that there are this module and the print full name function. So I can make use of that. So I can say print functions dot make square, because it's there, make square, and let's see the square of 2, and print function. Print. Why is it going out? Print full name, and John Doe. John and Doe should give us some result. Function is not, it's plural functions.
Print is not right.
And print is not right either. And let's just fix that. And now, yeah. 4 and John. So as you can see, we created different functions here, and now we managed to use them in a different file. And now let's keep creating many functions. If you remember last time, def sum of numbers range, right? We have n and m, if you remember. For I in range, I have the n and the m plus 1, and then print, not print actually, I will have to have the total here. Total should be 0, and then total is equal to total plus I now and then. And remember, formatting is good. And return the total. This is one of the function. Of course, I can bring all the functions and make them here and they become module, right? So we have been writing different functions if you remember. And for instance, def sum of all numbers, sum of numbers is a function that takes anything, right? Args. So I can say it here, total, and then 0 for I in args, then total, actually total plus I, and then return total. I think this is already good enough number of function. How many functions do you see in this file?
Or
Yes, 4 functions. And these functions will be a method in this module. So when we call it, so now, for instance, you may see from this line when I am printing out, as you can see, make square is there, print full name, some numbers range. Yeah, something like that. Okay, this is how we import. One of the way to import them, copy, and now I have to import them differently. Let's do different import. Another, we can say from functions import make square, print full name, and what was the other? Sum of numbers, sum of this, as you can see, and we can make use of those. But now we don't need this. And we don't have also this. Everything now we can make. And now let's also print sum of ranges. For instance, the sum of ranges from 0 to 100. I think by now you know this because you have seen it many times. 5,050. Yeah, and sum of numbers, print sum of numbers. And if we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can see 1 and 2, 3, 3, 6, 10, 15. Yeah, as you can see now we are importing. Now if you don't like make square, you can rename it as square. Yeah, print full name, maybe you can say it as full name. And sums maybe as total, maybe total if you want, and sum of as summation, whatever. Okay, but I'm just showing you how to change this to different names and full name. But most of the time I do not change the original, okay, summation. We can keep that as it was. Why we change everything? We don't have to change everything. And sum of numbers, did I change it? Sum of numbers to total. Yeah, as you can see, it is still working, as you can see. Yep. Yeah, this is how you do a custom modules. These are the custom modules. We created a custom modules and we learn how to import them. Yeah, but are these the only modules? There are core modules, modules that you get as in a Python. So let's see Python core modules, Python core modules. Oh, I want to have a Python built-in modules. Someone put here, very good, maybe. Yeah, this looks good. If you remember, these are actually Python built-in functions. They are not in like modules. I call them functions. Built-in modules are these OS. Okay, we already learned the built-in module, the math. Do you remember? We just learned a while ago, the math. Where was it? It should be here, the math. It's the built-in module. But now let's learn other core module. I call them core modules. Core modules. Instead of core module, how do I call it? Built-in common modules. Common modules could be very good here. In Node, we call them core modules. So we have learned already the math, import the math. I'm not going to go through that. Import OS. This is the operating system, guys. So really, so there, how we should print there, and then operating system gives you the available. Actually, have you seen the available? Oh yeah, there are quite lots of methods related to write and read, and also to do quite a lot of tasks. Okay, but maybe I can check available. As you can see, this one, let me go just to the current working directory. If you see now, it could be, of course, somewhere already. Print OS current gate current working directory. So if you print this, you should get something. Have you seen? This is my current working directory. I am on C drive, users, and my username, desktop. Yeah, this is. It's great. And then maybe you can also get the environment variable, print os.env. So let's see. I think the env is not callable, as it's told me that. Yeah, have you seen? It gives me the environment variable. So it's quite a lot of data related to this, my operating system. So yeah, it has quite a lot of information. But even if you just do this, print there again, you may see another available methods you can use here again. As you can see, this is after that. Items. Okay, what items can I get? Keys, pops. For instance, let me just use the items. And then items. Yep, have you seen? Again, I'm getting quite a lot of items. It depends on what you want to make use. But let's go to the previous. We saw the environment, and we saw how to use the get current working directory. Let's make a folder. Can we make a folder? Operating system, make dir. And I want to call the directory sample folder. This is now, if we run this, we will create a folder here, by the way. Let's see. Where is it? I think it's, oh yeah, but as you can see, the folder has been created actually outside because I think we didn't give we have to give it a path. Okay, let's do the path again. Maybe we have to say slash and week 5, and then we have to call it this. Now, as you can see, in week 5, we have created this folder. So can we, yeah, actually we can also delete that the same folder, let's do the deleting. I can say operating system remove render, and then we have to give it the name. So we have to remove it now. Yeah, as you can see, we can make use of that. Changing directory, we can change a directory using this using different methods. Yeah, but that's not now what I'm interested. Okay. Yeah, this very, very important. List dir. Yeah. Let's go to operating system. List dir is really good. Let's print and see what we can get. I think we have to, comment out some of these because it's not easy to see what's happening. Yeah, as you can see now, it just showed us on the current directory. My current directory is this one. Inside here, there is the .git outlines. Of course, you know this, and week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and week 5. So it gives me the directory. Can I loop through? By the way, you can loop through every of them. For dir would be D in this. And then you can say print D, and you can read, oh, have you seen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, actually, and we can walk through this directory. Walk means actually checking walk, ows.walk. Allow us to check all the files, and it's really good to see what files you have there. So for a root directory in, yeah, let me show you what the walk is doing. Operating system.walk. Yeah. So if I, for instance, I may show you, but here, let's say print. Yeah, I can actually say operating system.walk, and then I can say dir. That means in every directory, I want to know the files. Oh, yeah. But why it generate this object? Now, I was thinking of actually different files. Maybe I have used some kind of walk. Yeah, I was expecting this kind of structure. So let me think. Yeah. So this gives, and now I have to walk again, maybe through for file in this print and the file. Let's try that. Yeah, have you seen now? I managed to just print out all the files. Yep. Ignore about the first. We can actually ignore the first, because if you remember, let me just show you. Here we have Git, right? So let's forget about how can we ignore. We can start from the first index and ignore the Git, because the Git got quite lots of, yeah, now we managed to ignore the Git. So in week 3, 4, 5, So we managed to print the different files. For instance, in week 5 today, we have common modules, functions.exercise, and then after, it's not only that, even we can go through every file and read all the files. So now these are the different common modules, but are these the only common modules? There are quite lots of modules, so it takes quite a lot of time to learn about all the modules, but at least you are somehow familiar with that. Maybe last or not least, I want to show you how to fetch the cat's data, and then you will work on this. We have this module. Now let me create fetch data.py, and then I can import requests. I think this not anymore. It's also nowadays it's a core module. You don't have to install it. But if you don't have it, if your computer doesn't recognize this, I want you to do this: pip install requests. Okay, here on this path. Okay, that's what you should do. Then let me just show you how this. Then print requests. I think it's good to see there, just to see the available requests, and then let's run. Oh, no named module requests. Maybe I think I have to see week 5. Sometimes it doesn't run like that. And then maybe Python and fetch data. Python fetch. No module requests, are you sure? Then if that's the case, let's do pip install requests. And you just wait for some time, okay? Yeah, now let's try again. Yeah, now it's working. So I think we have to install it. So yeah, we have to install it. I just installed it. And the available modules, there are different modules, but I'm interested in some of the modules. This request allow us to do HTTP requests, like getting data from a server or modifying the data using post, creating a data using post or modifying it using put. But today I use the gate to gate. So I can just take this URL and then I call it a URL and then just put it like this. Then let's see if I say request.get and then URL. So let me just see, print, what do I get from that? Oh, actually nothing, but actually we should get from here response. Let's just save it as in response, just respond, putting it as in response, because we sent a request to fetch data from this URL, and then let's see the response dot, as you can see, response dot status code. If the status code is actually 200, that means success. Oh yeah, it's 200 and success. So that means we fetched it. But in what form do we want to fetch this? Okay, I want you to fetch it as in JSON, response.json. JSON means, I will show you this kind of data format, we call it a JSON. It's a kind of a dictionary. For the time being, just take it as a dictionary of a collection of dictionary in a list. Yeah, as you can see. Oh yeah, great. Now, if you print out data, you may see all the cats. Oh yeah, I told you all the cats. Now let's do from pprint import pprint, because this pprint allow us to print it in a pretty way. So if you see printing 60 something, let's count. Print the length of the data. I'm expecting 67 cat breeds. Oh yeah, 67. So instead of printing all, so let's just print a couple of the cats. Now, for instance, if we print 2 cats is good enough. So I can just like this. Yeah, now as you can see, we managed to print 2 cats, adaptability 5, affection level, alternative names and different description. It's a BCVN cat and dog friendly. They have different rating, as you can see. I'm not a cat expert. I can't say much, but this is a data related to cat property, okay? So how do you get the weight of a cat? So you go all the way down. Somewhere you may see the, oh, I didn't see it so far. So I have to slow down. Yeah, here, have you seen it? Here. So what you should do, it's so easy. For cat in data, then print data, cat, and then actually the weight. Yes. Oh yeah, as you can see, yeah, but it's in imperial and metric unit. I think most of you are interested in the metric unit, so let's go to metric unit. Yeah, so we got something like this, but as you can see, this data is something we can't deal with. It's a string, so we have to do some formatting. We have to remove this part or split it, and I can do some split, maybe I can split at space, this and the space, and let's see what we have. Oh yeah, so have you seen? Yeah, so we're trying to calculate the average, okay? The average weight of the cat. So now I can say we can actually now do, what is this? For instance, lowest weight, it's going to be the first value, a 0, and the highest weight is going to be this one, right? 1. I can change it to highest. And now, then average is going to be, so we have to change this, it's a string, we have to change it to int of the lowest, yeah, plus int of the highest. Yeah, so as you can see, it's a basic mathematics. We have 2 items and we have to divide it by 2, right? Just to get the average. So we can print the average or mean. Okay. As you can see, 6.5. Is that true? But if you are not sure about that, we can also print the lowest and highest together and see, because it's really good to be sure in what you do. Don't trust everything. Why is this not? Okay, sometimes copy is good. 5 and 8 is actually 13, 6.5, and this 12, 6, and this 27. Yeah, I think it's right. So I don't need this value. But as you can see now, we can collect the weights. We can like create an empty variable over here, and let's store all them together. Yep. Then I can say weights dot obtained, and then let's put this. Of course, you don't see anything. So to see, we have to print weights. Oh yeah, we got this. Now, how do we get? Do you remember the reduce method? We learned reduce. I can use reduce to sum all together. So I can say from function tools import reduce, right? And then I can use this reduce, and then lambda, and then xy and x plus y, and then the weights. So this is going to be actually the total weight. And then because I'm about to calculate the mean, so mean is going to be total divided by the length of the weights. Yeah, so this gives me some number. I'm not sure what. Let's see. What? So reduce function. Oh, I think it's wrong. From function tools, import reduce. Yeah, that was the problem. As you can see, 4.7. Let's see that application, the website I showed you at the very beginning. The weight, the cats, 4.7. Yeah, as you can see, 4. On average, a cat can weigh about 4.7. So I will end this lesson by giving you an assignment. What's your turn? Your turn is going to be to calculate the lifetime, the average lifetime of cats. Yeah, so based on my calculation, it's 13.75. And let's see yours. You do the same. You have all the data. You learn how we can import it, and then just calculate the average or the mean lifespan of cats. Now you can, by the way, you can just round this value. We can round it, when you round also, you can round it to the second significant digit. Yes, you can see 4.7. Thank you so much, guys. Next week, we will learn at least the comprehension maybe, or we just recap the lesson. We have covered all the topics, what we planned to cover in this lesson. What is expected from you? Please watch the video, revise it. We poured quite a lot of information, and it's hard to grasp everything in such a short time, so it needs repetition. Great.